today is Suicide Prevention Day, and that we have a psychologist who's going to join us, a psychotherapist, and he's going to help us learn ways we can cope with depression and anxiety. So if you have any questions for him, this is a time to send them to us. You can be anonymous, and there's no shame to admitting that you are battling with depression and anxiety. The WhatsApp line to send the messages to is 0550585832. If you're outside Ghana, the country code is +233, and you can also reach us on social media by using the hashtag #BreakfastDaily. Good morning, Dr. Luther King. Hello, Doc, are you there? It looks like we're still trying to get him on the line. The minute he comes on, we'll just delve right into the conversation. What we're discussing today is how can self-therapy help you? Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us. How are you? Good. Can you please talk to us a bit about, depression, anxiety, and the role they play in people entertaining the thought of committing suicide?
Well, there's a direct correlation between our environment, the kind of how we are able to manage these challenges. And then the resultant effect with regard to anxiety, and then anxiety basically has to do with when we are confronted with a scenario that we begin to see and we don't have the competency under that circumstance.
I'm not sure if you can reposition yourself. It's very difficult for us to hear you. So we'll try and fix that. But again, as we mentioned earlier, today is, Suicide Prevention Day. I'm going to actually walk you through a presser that we received from the Ghana Psychological Association. So I'll read what that said and some of the things that I personally found very worrying. So the president of the Ghana Psychological Association said today is World Suicide Prevention Day. It's an opportunity for raising critical awareness on the reality of suicide and the attendant devastation it leaves for all. And when it comes to children, actually, I'll talk about some of the global statistics. According to the World Health Organization, in 2012, has it that globally more than 800,000 people took their lives. So I'm going to take that line again. Available statistics from the World Health Organization in 2012 has it that globally more than 800,000 people took their lives annually, which equates to one suicide nearly every 40 seconds. For each suicide, more than 20 people attempt suicides. The single most important risk factor for suicide across the general population is a previous suicide attempt. Now, what this means is if someone has attempted to commit suicide in the past, they may commit it again. So if you have someone in your family, if you have someone in your community who may have attempted it, this is a time to try to help them so that they deal with it well. When it comes to adults, 1 in 10 adults in rural communities think about taking their own lives. This is here in Ghana. 3 in 10 junior high school students in Ghana report attempting suicide in the past 12 months. While 2 out of 10 senior high school students report attempting suicide during the past 12 months. Among school-going deaf adolescents, 1 in 10 students reports attempting suicide in the past 12 months. Across second cycle schools, about 2 in 10 students report intentional self-injury and self-poisoning in their lifetime. 2 out of 5 adolescents who identify as LGBT engage in self-poisoning or self-injurious behavior. Now it goes on to talk about the police. Nearly 3 in 10 police officers in urban Ghana report having had thoughts about taking their own lives in the previous 12 months. Now, the reason why it's so important for us to talk about suicide specifically now is because we're going through a pandemic. A lot of people who were once breadwinners of their families have had to lose their jobs. They've had to deal with the realities of taking care of themselves, taking care of their families while not receiving any income. So this is a time for us to be there for one another. Check in on that friend of yours who you see is acting a little odd. Check in on that child of yours who may be being home this entire time, is going through some form of depression or anxiety. And the reason why we even wanted to talk to the doctor about self-care is that within our context, it is so expensive to get professional help. A few years ago, I wanted to talk to a psychologist about an issue I was dealing with, and I was being quoted 300 to 400 Ghana cedis an hour. Now, most families can't afford that, and not all of us can rely on religion to cope with our mental health issues. There are some of us who would need to take certain steps, and sometimes it just takes something as simple as letting the person know that you are there. You are not going to judge them. You are going to listen to them, and you're going to validate that whatever it is they went through or whatever it is they are going through, they have every right to feel the way they feel. So we may not all be professional psychotherapists or professional psychologists, but we can all practice emotional intelligence. So if your friend tells you someone did something to them and is causing them to have an anxiety, that's not the time to tell the person, well, this thing happened to me too, so why are you feeling this way about it? If someone told you that they've dealt with an issue of losing a child whilst they were pregnant, that's not the time to say something like, well, my aunt also lost a child and she was not being this dramatic. We may not react to certain things in a specific way, but that doesn't mean that other people don't have the right to react however way they feel. And sometimes our actions, our words could contribute to people getting anxiety, getting depressed, thinking that it is better for them to exit this earth than to deal with us. So it's important, if you're students and you're watching us and you bully people in school, you could drive that person to commit suicide just by your actions. If you are a boss and you constantly talk down on your subordinates and make them feel like nothing, you could contribute to that person feeling so terrible about themselves that they would want to commit suicide. If you are a parent and you have unrealistic standards for your children, you never reward them, you never applaud anything they do, you are constantly hard on them for absolutely no reason, could contribute to them wanting to end their lives. Now, we're in a generation of social media. A lot of young people seek validation on social media. If someone is being bullied on social media and they share their experiences and you go there and you comment that, oh, you are being dramatic, oh, you want attention, oh, why are you doing this way? You may think that it's a very insignificant comment that you've just made on social media, but that person will take that comment and use it to evaluate their self-worth. So today, if not anything at all, it's an opportunity for all of us to reflect on the things we say, the things we do around the people who are in our spaces. You have no idea what someone is dealing with. You have no idea what they've been told since childhood. So one act of kindness, one nice word could be the difference between they wanting to end their lives and they having just a little light at the end of the tunnel to hold on to just go through it one day at a time. And if you guys are watching and you've dealt with suicide in the past, let us know how you were able to cope. If there were any specific books that you read that helped you through and you have copies of it, just send that book to us. If you have an electronic version of the book, let us know steps you took to get yourself out of that funk, because there are so many of us going through it. We have nobody to talk to. The people around us are even more toxic than strangers, which makes it even more difficult. The hashtag again is Breakfast Daily and the WhatsApp line is 0550 5858 832. Unfortunately, we couldn't speak to the doctor because he's on the field right now, but we will get him back in. So any questions that you have for him, send it. On previous shows, when we have him on, we will ask him all your questions. This is all about you, how you're feeling, how you're coping, and he'll answer them. Hi there, we hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on City TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.